Hey there, it's Dr. Jim. My topic today is managing grief, not through 5 stages like we were taught, Kubler-Ross, but through 6. Allow me to explain. I remember the first time I learned about grief. Do you? Mine was in high school, my experience, and it was in an introduction to psychology class. And during one week, we focused on Elisabeth Kubler-Ross's work on death and dying. Remember her book? On Grief and Grieving, Finding the Meaning of Grief Through the 5 Stages of Loss. Well, that was mandatory reading for us, and I'm glad I read it. Much later, though, I was introduced to another book on grief by David Kessler, who added a 6th stage in his book, Finding Meaning, the 6th stage of grief. Since everyone is probably going to go through tough and challenging times, I believe that revisiting, especially now, I believe that revisiting these stages can help make sense out of current losses many people are facing. Let's revisit, and then I'll introduce the surprise number 6. Stage 1 is usually denial. We go through a loss, a divorce, a death of a loved one, and then non-reality sets in. This isn't happening. There's a mistake. I can't believe this. So we try to protect ourselves. Denial is psychological protection. Or we might become angry. That's a stage. I can't deny it anymore, so now I'm angry. We realize our loss is real. So we become emotionally upset. While reality is a bitter pill to swallow at times, we might react out of perception that this is the way it is, and I'm going to be angry about it. I'll get over it eventually, but I'm going to be angry. Now, another stage, and people don't go from stage 1 to 2 to 3 in order. You know, they go through these in various ways. Stage 3, though, is bargaining. Okay, I'm not in denial anymore. I'm burned out on being angry. All right, God, I'll go to church every Sunday if you just let me live, or if you make this person better. We bargain. We bargain with things. It's really interesting. Then depression might set in. No more denial, no more anger, no more bargaining. That didn't work. So now we're depressed and we're upset about it. The next stage is acceptance. And some people will accept things immediately. They don't go through denial at all. Some people don't go through anger or bargaining. They accept rather quickly, and that's a pretty good thing. For most people, though, you have to feel other emotions before you get to the acceptance, okay? So acceptance is, all right, this is real, this is happening, and I'm going to deal with it. I'm going to deal with it because, you know what they say, if it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger, right? All the tough things that have happened to me have made me who I am today. And then another stage, which is something Kubler-Ross didn't talk about, meaning. David Kessler did. This stage may be particularly challenging for you and I to experience. What meaning can come from tragedy, death, violence, loss, war, poverty, pandemics? What meaning? Do you see why it's difficult? It can be difficult. What good can come out of this current situation that we're in? Can loss encourage people to reach out to each other and deepen their relationships? Therein may lay meaning. Can it reawaken our spirituality and our beliefs, our values, our principles, and our very ways of life. Oh, that's where meaning might be. You see where I'm coming from? So these are challenging times for some people, and these are devastating times for others. Everybody's going through something, most likely. Either way, people will go through certain stages of grief, not necessarily in the order that I provided to you. Some of these stages might be skipped altogether, but it is comforting to know that it's normal to experience everything I just talked about, to grieve, to go through loss in these ways, and then in the end, to accept life, to accept death, and dig even deeper to find meaning in all of it. I'm Dr. Jim. Some good stuff to think about, I think. Keep coming back for more. It's good to see you.